Hey there, everybody. This is Wolf Guardian here, and today we are going to be doing a story time type video. I'm gonna be reading a short story that I found on the internet that I thought you guys might like. Um, and Before I start this, I just want to let you guys know if there's a story you want me to read. Put it down in the comments for me. Put the name and the link if you have one. And we'll most likely read that. Make sure it's a short story, not like a chapter book or something, because I'd have to make a long series out of that. Um, Anyways, with no further ado, here we go. The story's name is Don't Wake Up, and it's by Zoriki. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I wake up feeling a small pain on my upper back. It's tiny, but noticeable. I know what to expect now. It's going to be yet another small scratch that seemingly came out of nowhere. My logical mind tells me that it was only me scratching my back while asleep, or my skin just being too sensitive for the sheets and getting cut. I believe my mind, but I still have an eerie feeling that these small scratches. I get up, hobbling over to my bathroom door, sliding it open, hopping up on the counter and pulling down my sleeve so that I can see what the scratch looked like. As I expected, it was long, thin, and not deep, just like every other one I'd gotten. As always, once I saw the scratch, I heard the soft, scratchy noise that whispered in every dream had for a year, every night without fail. I'd heard a voice hiss in my ear, "Don't wake up." At first, it really freaked me out, but now I'm used to it. I wake up every morning and live my life like a normal teenager does. Wake up, go to school, come home, do homework, go online, eat, sleep, repeat. Now in summer, there's even less to do. Wake up at noon, get online, eat, sleep, repeat. Being alone in my room used to be relaxing, but now I can't stand even sitting in there to watch TV. I have to leave and go into the living room. My room has a dark feeling to it. I haven't told anyone because I'd be told I'm being dramatic, but whatever. I walk out of my room and instantly leave my room as fast as possible. Even in the daytime, it creeps me out to be in that room. I had tried to sleep in other places when the eerie feeling in my room first began, but I could never sleep and was always drawn back to the comfort of my bed. I always fell asleep without any problems at all, which was strange, since I couldn't even eat a small meal in there. I trekked my way into the kitchen, not bothering to throw on people clothes. A Deadpool t-shirt and night shorts were good enough. I mean, who am I trying to impress? I got cereal, watched TV, and other exciting things. Eventually, I end up back in my room again. It's getting dark, and the only light in my room is the light shining from my computer screen. I go from being wide awake on Tumblr to drowsy and falling asleep sitting up in the 10 seconds flat, which isn't strange to me anymore. It's been like this since I started having those dreams. I shut my computer down and crawl under my covers, laying there, staring into the darkness, pondering about the voice for a small amount of time. I guess I never did wake up when it told me not to. I can slightly remember darkness for a long while after the voice spoke. I always woke up in the morning, never at night, so I guess it's just my mind telling me to sleep through the night. As I let my mind wander, the empty feeling of being awake fades as I fall asleep. As soon as I fall asleep, I wake in another world, my dream world. I look around in my own room, standing next to my bed. My room is lit up by an unknown source of light. As always, sure enough, the first words I hear whispered into my ear are, "Don't wake up." I look around and try to see the source of the voice, to no avail. I can never see who it is, which really does frustrate me. Whenever I come into the dream world, I remember every other dream. They're all the same. I wake up in my room, hear the voice, ignore it, everything goes dark. And I heard tapping around me. Then I wake up in the morning. So I sit down on my bed, waiting for the darkness to come, which surely it did. The room grows dark and my dream self crawls back under the blankets, waiting for the tapping to begin. I wait for a while, but it doesn't come. That's strange, I think. It's usually here by now. Once I finish thinking that, as if on cue, the room begins to slowly lighten, which isn't normal. This dream isn't like the others. Once the room lights up dully, I can make out a dark figure in the middle of my room. I stare at it for a moment, expecting terror or dread to fill me, which, strangely enough, it doesn't. I wait the room to light up fully so I can see the owner of the raspy whisper that has been haunting me for so long. The room finally lights up and what I see surprises me. It's a teenage girl who looks about 16 with long, flowing white hair. She stares at me with beautifully wide red eyes, her pale skin reflecting the white light shining from an unknown place in my room. She shifts her dainty feet just an inch across the smooth wooden floor, causing her pure white dress to move only slightly. I feel my lips twitch upwards into a smile as I begin to walk toward her. She looks friendly. Maybe she just wanted to play. Maybe she wanted a friend. As I move forward, that sense of dread I'd been waiting for begins to fill me. The closer I get, the less willing I feel to be nearby her. But my feet just keep moving. I'm not in control of my body. I reach out for her, stopping only 6 feet away to stare into her beautiful crimson eyes. A beautiful smile causes me to melt and relax, my other emotions fading away. The longer I stare, the more beautiful she became in my eyes. As I feel my eyes glaze over from staring at her without blinking, I begin to notice her lips start to curl down into a terrible grimace. I began to feel confused, unsure of why the beautiful girl is frowning. As I stare, her grimace just gets worse, almost as if her face is melting. After a second, I notice with terror it is. The skin on her face beginning to slowly melt. The first splat of her pale flesh lands on the floor in front of her, followed by more splats of blood, veins, and muscle. She melts, her beautiful dress falling to the floor, her stunning white hair falling out in clumps as blood begins to pool around her. The end result was nothing I could have imagined. It was horrifying. Covered in pulsing veins, a human skeleton attached to a twisted-looking inside-out neck. Its skeletal teeth are stuck in permanent frown, and its back was bent in a hunch. The only thing that I could see from what I had imagined was a long, sharp black fingernails, which spreaded from the inhuman skeletal fingers, attached to an abnormally long, almost spider-like arm. Its elbow is twisted the wrong way in a painful-looking direction. I begin to back away now, feeling unsafe in my own mind, in my own dream. Just as I back up, I heard that soft, raspy, "Don't wake up," again. I've been watching the creature's mouth. It did not come from it. I want to look around, but I can't bring myself to turn my head or let my eyes stray from the terrifying creature in front of me. It begins to slowly move closer as my back hits the wall, walking with a large gait, its long spider-like appendages making cracking and snapping noises with each slow step. I gasp, frozen in place as it crawls closer, opening its jaw to an inhuman length. Its jaw makes a loud, cracking noise, and the wooden floor beneath it creaked, only adding to my terror. It stops right in front of me, staring into my soul with its pure red eye sockets. It pauses, then moves closer. I squeeze my eyes shut, bracing for the excruciating pain and loud cracking noises. Everything is quiet. I can only hear the sound of my racing heart and heavy breathing. I sit there in silence for a long while before slowly letting my eyes open. I'm surrounded by a choking darkness, deafened by silence. As I begin to let out a sigh of relief, the voice comes louder than ever before, screeching in my ears, "Don't wake up!" I bolt upright in my bed, letting out a startled scream before muffling myself, not wanting to wake anyone up. I look around, not able to see anything. My room is pitch black. I close my eyes for a moment, sighing with relief once again. I'm glad to be awake, away from whatever had scared me so badly. That voice couldn't have been good all this time. It was telling me not to wake up and to leave that horrifying dream, which is actually beginning to fade away in my mind. I can't quite remember what it was about. I hear my closet creak, which creeps me out a bit, and prompts me to slip out of my bed to walk over to the light switch. I flick it on and is horrified at what I see. In that moment, I begin to wish I'd listened to that raspy voice in my dreams. On the wall, written in fresh dripping blood, I read, "You woke up." And, well, so we have it. That's, that was, Don't Wake Up. First story type video I've ever made. I hope you guys like it. And, if you did, leave a like, comment, tell me how you think I did. I might make a series out of this if you guys actually like it. And again, as I say, if you did like it, a good way to tell me is, of course, in the comments, say you want more of this, like the video. That would be much appreciated. And if you haven't done this already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Anyways, that's gonna be all for this.